Men of Reddit, who were told it's okay to be vulnerable. What happened when you actually were? My GF accepts me and told me it's okay and loves me. The very first time. I could feel my muscles releasing their tension because I was able to cry in front of her. I fall asleep around her a lot because I feel safe and my nervous system relaxes that much. It's a human emotion, guys. You need therapy and better friends, partners. It didn't destroy my masculinity. I got facial hair, a deep voice, broad shoulders. I don't take crap from anyone and can yell back harder than just about anyone. I just like to be held and comforted because I recognize what I need to be healthy. I did this twice. I can't shake the feeling that it was a mistake. Once it was exploited like hell. The other time it didn't mean anything. I didn't get listened, and when I was about to open up about something I always got a reverse carded with something more important. I'm not in a mentally well place right now. Can't afford a therapist due to being broke and constantly fight with some fucked up thoughts. I don't really have anyone to talk, or I don't know how to open up to them. Only thing that keeps me fueling right now is my baby niece and our family dog, also pizzas. I'd like to apologize to the men here from a straight woman who knows men have feelings. These people who have trusted you this way are shit cunts. My partner cries every single time that Barracuda comes for Nemo's siblings and mum. Every damn time. You know why? 'Cause it's fucking sad. He cries when he misses his nonna. He cries when he thinks he's been nasty to his kids. He cries because he's a human, and for some reason we evolved to show sadness and happiness and anger with tears. Fuck all them cunts who disagree. My dad died last week. It was interesting because everyone older than 50 said be strong. For your mum, everyone under said do whatever you need to. You lost your dad. I'm 40. He was almost 80 and had a 5-year battle with cancer and ear disease. Whenever I didn't cry, people were like it's okay to cry. Which was annoying af. Because maybe I'm not sad in that moment. My dad liked to laugh and have fun, so my eulogy had a few jokes in it. I hope he enjoyed it. It's okay to be vulnerable. I think the reason why most people are single wanting to have a relationship is because they would rather save face and not try to find someone 10 with the first person. And so it may take a few times, but how else can you find someone if you don't take the chance? Still, you have to learn to read the room, and that kinda comes with experience. Some people will be assholes. No. That's a trap. That is always a trap. Guys may fall for that once or twice. But as a rule, guys are aware that is a trap and will not fall for it. No good will ever come from anyone that says that to you, whether they or you are male, female, or any other gender. It's like someone saying trust me. You immediately know that you should not trust them. And ... I did therapy with my partner. Got to open up. But after therapy, it was used against me. To this day I still can't trust anyone. Men are used to this day as only a source of income and something to bitch, whine, and nag at. I think the saying that still runs around is happy wife. Happy life, fuck there. Not worth wasting my life being treated like an ATM. I want to say to all the men out there, people are assholes and being vulnerable is one of the manliest things you can do. I'm not saying that for no reason. A lot of people have been fed very toxic messages about masculinity, and they try to poison other people with their nonsense. Men have feelings too, and they deserve compassion and acceptance for those feelings. I was raised with dry that ht up boys don't cry, never show weakness, and now it is difficult to navigate through those suppressed emotions, and sometimes it's overwhelming. I tell my boys it's okay to cry and be hurt and take your time. They aren't afraid to say what made them cry and why, and that makes me so happy. I was mocked the next day. You were crying boohoo tears when you thought we were going to break up. Either way, I just stopped giving a fuck. I get complaints that I look mean or hard to approach. That's basically because I just stopped giving a shit. I don't see the point in being this friendly person. Was ignored and mocked. made to feel bad and apologize for getting treated like shit. Or it's brought up later and used against me in an argument. Learned now that anyone who asks for me to open up is just a worthless sack of shit trying to play at something. I was told while crying about my grandmother's Alzheimer's diagnosis that I was being a bit much, and when their grand died they handled it much better. She wants a sensitive man, but fuck having to comfort a sad one. Bit too much like hard work. One time it went pretty well. She listened, seemed slightly off-put by nothing ever came of it, and I got a chance to vent. One time, she hated it, and later used it against me. Usually, people just awkwardly move on as quick as they can. Worried about a potential cancer, scared. I opened up, not wanting anything, just to talk to someone. She stopped talking to me. 6-year friendship down the drain despite all the times I was there when she needed help. The first few times, not well, mocked, abandoned, told I'm not a real man. That eventually I found someone truly supportive. Unfortunately, you have to wade through the shit first. But there's light at the end of the tunnel. I'm 2 years into therapy and just hit bedrock, and it's like I've been living my life in an obstacle course and didn't realize the lights were off and someone just flipped the switch. It's magnificent. I love that my husband, who also served in the military, is very sensitive and vulnerable with me. I'm vulnerable with him too. And we never weaponize it because we love and respect each other. I cried at work maybe 8 days after my dad died. I forgot why someone walked out annoyed at me. Yet the other manager on put her hand on my shoulder and said, "Men don't cry." Destroy, mocked, not acknowledge while still needing to acknowledge the other person. But now when I'm quiet, I'm still being mocked for being a closed-off male. For all of your mocked men in here, you do you. Don't listen to others. God helps. If you don't believe in God, then I hope you stay strong enough for yourself. Depends on who I was open to. Some friends made fun of it and then just ignored it. True friends actually lend a hand and help me getting better. She used to against me every single time we had an argument. She told my parents, and she threatened to use it against me in the divorce. It's a great way to connect with others. However, the worst is when the people you think you trust abuse it and use it against you. IDK. Human things happen, and it is funny that people think that this won't get you respect, but it actually gets you a lot of respect. The man who told me that it was okay to cry hugged me and told me he loved me. We've been together for over 10 years now. Laughed at, insulted, and used as a reason to be broken up with. Do not be vulnerable to someone who is asking you to be. Seeing a man cry makes me sad. Okay. I'll cheer you up then by not crying, if that's the least I can do. I have been very vulnerable with some friends recently. They reciprocated. We have a deeper bond now. It was turned around and it was my fault. This person is no longer, and will never be, in my life. She laughed at me. That's when I knew that marriage counseling wasn't going to work out. Had what I said being brought up by someone completely different that I never told. Essentially got scolded for it. Would be a good few years before I did that again. It was thrown in my face and held against me in every argument we've had since. It was an inconvenience and no one wanted to hear or deal with it anyway. Who the hell said it was okay to be vulnerable? Sounds fucking gay to me. I was called a pussy by a woman I could tear in half if I wanted. Only men can solve men's problems. Everyone else malfunctions. You'll be broken up with and women will abuse you for it. It gave her the ick. Never made that mistake again since.